it's interesting you bring this up. Parents trying to fix, I would use that word, fix the misbehaviors of their little children. And why the failure comes to play here, because those kids don't really understand what that 40-something-year-old mother or father is saying.
Yeah.
And that's a really good point for
Yeah.
people to see that's
Because
brain
if you
difference.
give them just one option, see, kids like options. Same thing I'm noticing with, I have an elderly parent. Same thing if I say
Yeah.
an open-ended question, it's a yes or no question. I'm always going to get a no, right? Do you want to go take a walk? No, I don't want to. Do you want some water? No. Everything's no, 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 right? But if I pose it in the way of, do you want to take a walk now or in 10 minutes? Then that gives them a sense of being in control. Little kids, do you want to clean all of your room today or just half of your room? Do you want to eat breakfast at 8 o'clock or 8:30? 8:30 is fine. Then
Gives them control and
then you're
respect.
empowering them. You're teaching them to start thinking, because they're always going to resist. Our minds, that's what we're trained to do, is resist everything that comes in.
I think exactly, I'm gonna validate what you just said. It allows them to think without us thinking for them. Because then when they get older, this is where they get stuck, and it's always like, I can't make this decision, I can't make that decision. It's always looking at the society and for people to really guide them versus them listening to themselves, is letting them think at such an early age by just little simple things like this.
Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Right?
And that's why we get so confused, and kids are very confused, and children are very stressed out because they don't truly trust themselves anymore to make a good decision, because there's just so much available for them to get confused with. There's too many things out there that they can listen to and watch and be like, oh, well, so-and-so is doing this, or they're not doing this. And so it's an overload. Remember, an overload of stimulus, an overload of what I call message units, messages, is a state of hypnosis.
So then if video games are hypnosis, news is the hypnosis, social media, some parts of it could be very negative, what can people do? Because it seems like it's oxygen for everyone nowadays. You don't have social media, by the way. How do you survive?
I do. Actually, now I'm starting to people like, you
was
got to
like, wait,
do
I
social
forgot.
media, because I do TV and radio and a bunch of things. And
Yes.
you know, I've been in business for, my gosh, I just turned 57. I've been in business since
You look
I was,
amazing, Michelle.
Thank you. That's hypnosis. I'll pay you later. So we didn't have that. You know, when I started doing my hypnotherapy practice and seeing clients, I was 24, 25 years old. We didn't have social media. We didn't really have computers. We had no emails. We really didn't have cell phones. That was just kind of starting to come out. And everything would have been print ads. So if you wanted to do an ad in the paper for your business, which was social media back then, or maybe you wanted to do a TV commercial or a radio commercial, you had to pay a lot of money for it. And so I've built up my private practice because 95% of, not more, of my clients are referrals, because I've been in business for so long.
Word of mouth,
But when
yeah.
people are just starting with this business, then yes, it's important for social media to come on and to be able to use that, because you can reach more and the masses. And I think it's fun. I like coming on and doing podcasts and working with other people, and because if I do a TV show, it may just be on a certain time. Not everybody has access to watch it. And once it's done, it's done. You may not always be able to see it again. But the good thing with podcasts, and especially with YouTube and so forth, is that it's there forever. And you can go back and watch it again. And you can save it, and you can listen to it, and you can record it. And you're like, oh, let me listen to that message over and over and over and over again. So that's what I like about social media. And yes, am I getting into, yes, fine, all right, everybody go on my social media.
We're
Fine.
going to link it.
Everybody can follow. I'll talk more about hypnosis, whatever you know what?